Hello and welcome to Shelby Township Parks and Recreation in the News. I'm Joe Youngblood, and with me is Mike Adams from the Parks and Recreation Department. We'll keep our residents updated with all the latest events and happenings here in Shelby Township. Mike, winding down here in December, 2014 is coming to a close. Of course, we want to wish all of our viewers a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And on this show, we want to make it kind of a special because Santa has not yet arrived to all the children's homes, but we want to give a recap of all the different Christmas events that we do here at Shelby Parks and Rec for all of our residents. So let's start off with the Christmas Aglow, which was held in the beginning of December, and this kicks off the holiday season for everyone here in Shelby Township. Let's take a peek at some of the great times had by all the family members.
Everywhere filling the air, oh, holy hall, raising the sound, or in the dale, telling the tale, killing the ring, while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here, very, 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 very Christmas, very, 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 very Christmas. On they send on with that and their joyful tone to every home. Roll of the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong, that is the song with joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, or in a dare, telling the tale, killing the ring, while people sing song of good cheer. Christmas is here, very, 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 very Christmas, very, 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 very Christmas. On they send on without end their joyful tone to every home. On they send on without end their joyful tone. Claus is coming to town, Santa Claus is coming to town, Santa Claus is coming to town.
Merry Christmas, Santa and Mrs. Claus. Thank you very much. And Girl Scouts, you did a really good job this year. Santa, do you have any words for us here this year?
Well, thank you for inviting me back.
We're so glad that you came this year. We're very, very happy, and we're going to be seeing you too after our stage here. Where are you going to be?
I'll be over in the church if anybody wants to come see me.
Hope Chapel Church this year for Santa Claus. Well, that's wonderful, Santa. Do you have anything special planned for us here on stage?
Well, I think we have a tree to light, don't we?
Yes, we do. I've heard it's a beautiful tree. And I understand it's a beautiful fir tree. And where are you going to light? Which tree are you going to light?
I believe it's this one right here.
You think that Santa can do it? Yeah! Well, Santa, how do you want to do this?
Well, I think what we'll do is I'll count to 3 and everybody say Merry Christmas. Let's try just Merry Christmas first. Ready? Merry Christmas! Is that as loud as it gets here? Let's do it one more time. Merry Christmas! Much, much better. Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well done, Santa. Isn't that a gorgeous tree? Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Well, the Girl Scouts have got something for Santa, don't they? Is there anyone who wants to talk and present this to Santa, or do you just want to present it? Okay, what's your name, sweetheart?
I'm Ashley Adams.
Okay, again?
Ashley Adams.
Because I was upstaging her. And you are?
Zoe Garrett.
Okay, Ashley and Zoe have a key to Shelby Township. This is our heart to you, Santa. Go, girls. Thank you. Let's give a hand to Girl Scout Troop 70063 from Wiley Elementary.
As you can see from the Christmas Aglow 2014, we had wonderful weather. Although there was no snow, temperatures were bearable, and everyone had a wonderful time. Mike, that we've talked about before at Parks and Rec, that really gets everyone in the mood, sets off the whole Christmas season, and the Christmas Aglow, first Thursday in December every year.
It's the first event where Santa Claus is there for the kids. It usually does kick off this holiday spirit, but I think this was the first year in the past 5 years we didn't have a foot of snow. and 25
Exactly.
degrees there. But the weather was beautiful, and it was a great turnout.
The horse-drawn wagon rides are a big hit.
that was unbelievable. I think it was the first year the line was longer for that than Santa Claus. It was great. Everyone had a chance to ride the wagon and see Santa. We got some great treats as well.
And it's always nice to see when the lights go on the count of 3 when Santa gets them on, because it's always a tense situation, but Santa always pulls through and the lights do come on. So, and there was a new tree purchased in Shelby Township next to the band shell, and it's only going to get bigger every year, but it's a beautiful Christmas tree that we have moving forward in Shelby Township. Now, moving on to the next event that we had in the month of December here at Shelby Parks and Rec, we had the Breakfast with Santa at the Community Center. Now let's take a look at some of the footage from this wonderful event.
Sing, 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 sing. Sing, do you hear the caroling coming? It's Christmas. Sing, voices of the angels bringing Christmas time. Sing, do you hear the caroling coming? It's Christmas. Sing, voices of the angels bringing Christmas time. La 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 la. Sing, do you hear the caroling coming? It's Christmas. Sing, voices of the angels bringing Christmas time. La 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 la.
Well, as you can see from the footage that we had from Shelby Cable Department, what a great time everyone had. And the nice thing about, Mike, the Breakfast with Santa, we do get a lot of comments, is how it's so small and quaint, nice event. Not waiting in line for 4 hours at the mall.
It does beat the mall. We have 2 different seatings. Always had 2 different seatings. One a little bit earlier in the morning for those who want to get those pictures right away, and then one a little bit later in the morning if you want to get up too early. And there's never more than a 20-minute wait for Santa Claus, so I think that's why people really like coming back every year to get those family pictures.
And we always do get some comments, Mike, that the chefs there, they say there must be
I don't know who that is.
renowned chefs because of how good the pancakes and sausage are. So keep that in mind for next year if you're interested. The pancakes and sausage are top-notch. Some of the best around you're going to find. So come on out to the Breakfast with Santa. Also, we had a wonderful event the following week in the month of December, and that was the Dinner with Santa over at Cherry Creek Golf Course. What a beautiful venue, Mike, to have it at. We always get a great turnout.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone gets dressed up to the nine, and they get a chance to dance with Santa and Frosty and Rudolph. It doesn't get any better than that.
No, we've had families come back year over year for 10, a dozen years with all the kids, and Cherry Creek's a great place to have it. It's very formal, and we do usually average a couple hundred people for this event, and the food's great there, the scenery's great there, and Trish in our office does a great job with the event.
Yes, she does. And the last event that we have every year is the event at the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center. Santa comes out there for a wonderful visit. This year we actually had our largest crowd that we ever had, and it's always held on a Sunday at the Nature Center. And if you're interested in that event, you can give us a call at 731-0300. We'll give you more information. So those are all the different stops that we have at Shelby Parks and Rec for Santa Claus, and he was very busy this year at Shelby Parks and Rec. Mike, switching gears a little bit, and we talked a lot about the special events that we have, but also here at Parks and Rec, all the different sports activities that we have. Right now we have basketball season going on, and before we know it, we'll be registering for baseball.
Yeah, baseball registration actually starts in January, if you can believe it. Since we do have 1,000 kids, we do start early. So we try to encourage the residents to register in January to make sure there's room so the league doesn't get full. A lot of people like to wait till March or April to see what their schedule's like, but unfortunately some leagues fill up. So we do start mid-January for Shelby and Utica residents for Little League Baseball.
Very good. And also wanted to touch on, since knock on wood, and we hope it stays the same way, but we're having a mild winter so far. But when that snowfall hits, we do get a lot of calls at Shelby Parks and Rec for when will my roads get plowed in the subdivisions. Just so all of our residents understand how this process works, Macomb County Department of Roads is in charge of all of the roads in the county, Shelby Township. With that being said, if there's a large snowfall, they'll contact us in the supervisor's office. that they need some assistance to get into the subdivisions, because if we do not get into the subs and help out, it may be 4 or 5 or 6 days until they are able to get in there. Their number one priority, of course, are the freeways and the main roads. So Parks and Rec and DPW then will proceed into the subdivisions with the plow truck. So that is the process. And also, when you do get the snowfall, if you have any questions, if you live on the west side of Van Dyke, give us a call at Shelby Township Parks and Rec. If you live on the east side of Van Dyke, you'd want to call the water department of Shelby Township. So that's the process of the snow plowing. It's not a perfect science, but we do everything we can to assist our residents and the county when we can to make sure they can get out of the subs when it is an emergency. Mike, we had a wonderful 2014 from the sports end, for youth soccer to the youth baseball and basketball. Lacrosse is taking off this year. And lacrosse, have we added anything new for next year?
Well, the lacrosse is starting in March. We still have some room available for the younger kids, the 5th and 6th graders. That program, like you said, is really taken off. I know lacrosse is one of the fastest growing sports in the nation, definitely is around this area. And with the older kids, it filled up in a week. Only limited spots because we only have one team per age group, so that filled up. But yeah, we have a lot coming up, especially in the early spring when that hits. The April time slot, again, we have the soccer coming up, like you said, tons of Little League stuff. So just, and that, we start age 3 for most of the sports leagues. So anyone from age 3 and up, there's something to do in the spring in Shelby Township for sure.
Very good. And just keep an eye out for the newsletter for that.
Yeah, keep an eye out for the newsletter. That will be out, I believe, in February, early February. So that will host all the spring, which is our busiest time, spring and early summer. They have all the activities in there.
Well, Mike, we're winding down 2014. Another great year at Parks and Rec in the news.
Yep, love doing the show.
Well, thank you. It's always a joy to do it with you.
Thank you.
We'd like to give special thanks also to all of our sponsors. Without our sponsors, we would not be able to do a lot of the events that we do at such a low cost or for free. So thank you to all of our sponsors, 2014. Also like to give a special thanks to Shelby TV, John Martin, and all his staff for a wonderful job that they do. They're always great to work with, come out to all of our events, and always cover anything that we do through the news or any of the special events that we have. So thank you very much, Shelby TV. With that being said, I'd like to wish all the residents of Shelby Township Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from our family at Parks and Rec to your family in Shelby Township. Have a great Christmas, and we'll see you all in 2020.